If you have disparate external partners, for example, government authorities, trading partners, or financial bodies, you can be assured that there will be multiple platforms used by all. You will need to be able to access your managed file transfer solution in a number of ways. Here I'm going to show you how IPSWITCH's MOVEit DMZ uses multiple platforms and different browsers. So the first thing we're going to do is to log into the MOVEit DMZ server, and we're going to go straight in using the usual method, which is Internet Explorer, which most people will have as a browser. So we're signed in, and we're going to go to my home folder. We're going to launch the upload download wizard, and we're going to select a number of files to show how we can move those about. So we'll do a selection of all different things, a few PDFs as we go through. This all depends on upload speed. I'm running at about 68 kilobytes, so it may take a few seconds to go up there. Usually within an enterprise network, you will not be running at 68 kilobytes. So in the Internet Explorer, I can see that that document from my desktop has been uploaded, and we can verify its integrity. What we had on the desktop is confirmed as what we have now on the server. So we'll sign out using Internet Explorer, and we'll try a different browser. So we got Google Chrome this time. We'll log back in. Completely the same format. Okay, so everything looks the same. We'll have a look in my home folder, and you'll see where I uploaded that particular file. There we are. And now we're going to download it. So let's put it somewhere. I'm just going to overwrite for the purpose of this video. Okay, so one file has been successfully downloaded, and we've used a different browser this time round. So we'll go on to the next one. Now this is the Apple browser, Safari, so it will be available to use on Apple Macs. You will have limited access from iPhones for viewing things, and that's really what I wanted to show you this time, using Safari, so we can see everything that's gone on there. If we wanted to, we could click here, we could upload something, but we're not going to do that this time. What I wanted to do was to go in and look at some of the logs, some of the activity on the file. So out of my home folder, we will jump straight into the logs, and we'll look at any activity that has been performed by this user today. So we're saying between those time frames. Now we could put in different files, or we could put in different dates, whichever way we want to view it. So using this different browser, we can have a look in and see what's been happening with that user today. Let's sign out then of Safari. And you can see this time we are logging in using Firefox. Again, it's a similar format, so nothing looks too different on here. Everything should look familiar. Go into the home folder, we can see the same list of files. Just going to create a new folder here for the purposes of the demonstration. So this time we'll download a few different types of file. So the wizard will come up, and we'll navigate to that new document folder that I've created. I've selected quite a few files there, so just take a few seconds for those to download. Okay, let's close that. We can see that the 6 files downloaded there successfully, and we'll sign out of the server using Firefox. So there are all the documents, they've all arrived in the correct place. Now it's not just browsers that we can use FTP clients, command line if we have to. In this case I'm going to show you how to FTP in using FileZilla, so we're connecting into the same server. We're just using the same credentials, but we're using a different method of getting in there. So we're going to have to navigate this time to the home folder, and this is due to the limitations of a file transfer client. But you can see on there that we have pretty much the same thing. So on the left we have my desktop, and on the right we have the remote site, and we're going into my home folder. There's all the files that we uploaded previously, should all be in there. And what I want to do for this demo is just to take all of those and put them into the folder that I've created. So we'll do that. Okay, so I've selected there the desktop. We just select the files and we'll transfer them over into the demo download. Just reselect those, and with this particular client it's just a case of drag and drop. I'm going to ask these to overwrite because we've already downloaded them once. So let's overwrite just for this queue. We don't want that to happen every time, but just for now. So OK that, and we can see them downloading one by one. It's going to take a little bit longer because it's performing an extra function here, in that it's not just downloading, it is also overwriting and replacing. But we can see that is for traditionalists who are using FTP clients. That's all working in the correct way and in a way that is familiar. At the top we can see the standard FTP commands as they are processed. Now what we don't have for this particular FTP client is an integrity check. Now that all depends on the method that you are using to connect into the server. Integrity checking is based on the capabilities of the client. However, that's everything connected and transferred down. So I'll disconnect from the server, and just to show you what I want to do is go in and have a look at the site itself. So there's the site, same address as we put in the browsers. We can use the different FTP protocols. Normal logon we've selected, but we're using the same, as you can see, username and password, and that shows how we can transfer in and out of the site using multiple browsers. So we're going to go back in with the Safari browser, and we're just going to have a look again at some of the activity. Some of the settings. So we can actually allow or deny access via FTP and the various FTP protocols, and we'll just quickly show you how we've done that to allow us to use FTP clients such as FileZilla. So we've allowed FTP access by default, but we have not allowed insecure FTP access. That's why we had to use the FTPS protocol. And there we have it, different ways that we can connect into IPSWITCH MOVEit DMZ secure FTP server using different clients.